Gabriel Jesus, Arsenal's current number 9, a jogger beneath a footballer, a real ball-lovers footballer. Since his ACL injury, it's been a real struggle for Gabby to reach the levels he showed in the first 6 months, both play-wise and physically. But since the Monaco game in the Champions League, there's been a change in Jesus, and with 6 goals in his last 4 games, and with Saka's injury forcing him to step up, I'm going to explain to you in this video why and how Jesus can keep scoring goals for Arsenal this season. If you're new and you're returning and you haven't already, hit that subscribe button, smash the like button down below, and let's get into this. So let's take a look at Arsenal and Gabriel Jesus' story so far. Gabriel Jesus joined Arsenal in the summer of 22-23, and that season he had 11 goals and 7 assists in 33 games for Arsenal in all competitions, 11 goals and 6 assists in 26 Premier League games, and he had played a total of 2,347 minutes in all comps. He was a shining light that season and really brought some enjoyment and quality to the forward line. Despite Arsenal falling short to City that year, many were encouraged. During that season there was a Winter World Cup and Jesus sustained a knee injury that affected him till this current day. He came back in the second half of that season, did score some goals, but many Arsenal fans were worried that he won't be the same going forward. Into the 23-24 season, Jesus had missed the start of that season due to a few reoccurrences in his knee injuries, but he had ended that season with 8 goals and 8 assists in 35 games in all competitions, 4 goals and 5 assists in 27 Premier League games, and he had played a total of 1,879 minutes, which is a drastic drop than his minutes in the 22-23 season, where he did sustain an injury that kept him out for a couple of months or so. Less minutes, less impact, less effect on the team. We saw in the 23-24 season, Eddie and KAPE started up front for Arsenal in the first half of the season, and then eventually Kai Havertz made that position his own, scoring over 10 goals in a run-in and multiple match winners. Jesus' highlights from the 23-24 season was when he sat down Dalot against Man United in a 3-1 win, and great performances in the Champions League against PSV and Sevilla. I had feared with Arsenal just missing out closely on the league by 2 points. Havertz's form ended the season, and Arsenal more than likely settling Eddie and Kerr, which they did, and adding another attacker. I had felt that Jesus' days at Arsenal were numbered, and Arsenal won't be relying on him moving forward. It posed a big question for the 24-25 season. So far this year, Jesus has played 24 games for Arsenal, starting 8 of them, and has 7 goals and 2 assists in all competitions, and playing a total of 1,042 minutes so far, and we're only halfway through the season. This shows that physically that Jesus is returning back to his best, and he looks it too. He looks very sharp and he looks quite lean. He didn't start off the season on fire, and he was in and out of the team with an incredible goal drought that he was on in the Premier League. He needed to end it, and ended it against Palace in the 5-1 win after scoring a hat-trick against the same opposition a couple of days before in the Carabao Cup quarter-finals. Since then, he scored 6 goals in his last 4 games. He started the last 4 games, and his record of never losing a Premier League game when scoring continues at 48 games played, 45 wins and 3 draws. Long may this continue, because if he continues to score in games, the signs show that Arsenal will probably win those games more than likely, and that's what Arsenal need to do going into this run and being second to Liverpool. He looks in red hot form, and hearing how he speaks in his post-game interviews, that's a man that knows and feels he's ready to score many goals. And with the goals comes confidence in his play and his link-up and dribbling ability and effectiveness. Jesus ranks in the top 4% in Europe's forwards for assists at 0.41 per 90, successful take-ons at 2.41 per 90, touches in the opposition box at 7.74 per 90, progressive passes received at 10.34 per 90, a big amount symbolising his ball retention and ability to receive the ball. And he ranks in the top 1% for tackles, interceptions and blocks at 1.64, 0.82 and 2.05 per 90 respectively. All the signs are pointing to a return and an even better version of Gabriel Jesus for Arsenal, as he's on course to score his most goals and the most minutes for Arsenal this season, hopefully with a Premier League title to be the outcome of it. Just a quick look into the relationships and partnerships I think Gabriel Jesus has. Gabriel Jesus has great connections with a lot of Arsenal players. He interchanges well with Martinelli and plays well with Kai when they're a 2-man pairing in the striking force, between the lines and 1-2s with Saka when he was fit, and Odegaard on the right hand side, and naturally interchanging with Trossard, as they both know how to play that false 9 and left wing position very well. As a footballer's footballer and a worker and a real team player, when Jesus plays and is in form, it's not only good for him but also good for the rest of the attackers. He helps bring fluidity, rotation, overloads, and you can give Gabby the ball in tight areas and difficult situations and know he can get out of it. I don't think it will be a coincidence that we see the form of Martinelli and Trossard go back to their best during this run-in. So the main question becomes, Kai Havertz or Gabriel Jesus? Kai is currently on 12 goals and 2 assists in 25 games this year, and the return to form to Jesus, it brings the question, who do we start up front? Unlikely that Arsenal will probably sign a centre forward this January. one of these players are going to have to start, or both of these players are going to have to bring the goals. In my opinion, I would want Jesus to start, as when he's in form, I like what he brings to the team, but equally so, I like what Kai Havertz brings to the team. He's our top goal scorer this season, and he's in great form and can be a streaky scorer. But the truth is, realistically, as long as they both keep scoring, and with Arsenal playing games every 3 to 4 days, at least for the next 3 to 4 months, they both can be rotated in and out, play together. Arteta can use them to game plan, to use their skill traits to hurt different opposition. And I feel like as long as they go bar for bar and goal for goal, it can only bring good things for this team. To summarise, Jesus is a great player, but in the second half of the season, we need him to be a deadly goal scorer, at least until we sign the likes of Isaac, probably in the summer. I think if he's able to start games continually, stay fit, and feel the importance of his place in the team, he will continue to score and assist. Battling with Kai for the 9 hopefully will help push each other to score goals, help Martinelli, Trossard, and the newly promoted right winger nwaneri to be more effective and gain more output. Some players need that pressure and expectation, and now with the void of Saka to fill, Jesus looks like the first one to step up to the plate and want to be counted for. I don't think anyone has seen Gabriel Jesus live up to his full potential of what he could be as a player and a striker. So with him entering his prime years, being 27, could this be the start of Jesus becoming what he actually should be? Comment down below your thoughts on anything I said in this video. Do you agree? Do you feel like Jesus can continue to score goals? Would you rather start Kai Havertz? Or would you rather us just go out in the summer or January, get a striker? Drop a like on this video, subscribe to my channel. We're on the road to 1K. I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace.